It's Donovan Evercher from Cape Racing, and I'd just like to say it's an absolute pleasure to be involved with Interbet and Cape Breeders in this golf day today here at Pearl Valley. It's fantastic for the industry to see all the relevant stakeholders coming down and having a good time and networking, and it's exactly what the industry needs right now in terms of moving forward and recreating some positivity to take us forward into the next year.
Race 4 on the card is a maiden plate over 1,900 metres, the first leg of the first jackpot, due off at 5 minutes past 6. A field of 11 runners at this stage, a couple of changes already. Number 7, Eventador, to be ridden by Raymond Danielson. Now just bear in mind that Warren Kennedy is fulfilling his engagements down in the Eastern Cape, so he's not riding in KwaZulu-Natal on Friday evening. Also, just to remind you that number 10, Lucretius, has his first run as a gelding. That is carded as such, but just to highlight that fact, and I'll start there, Rahil, because number 10, Lucretius, obviously comes into the race with a bright chance. He's been gelded since his last run. That was on the 20th of September. He's also changed stables. He's now trained by Carl Hewitson. Sean Veal rides for the stable. They had a good winner with a whole new world at Hollywood Bet Scottsville during the course of the week. The form is not the worst, and gelding could do the trick. So I have healthy respect for number 10, Lucretius.
Yes, absolutely. His penultimate run, when running second to Silver Stardust, just beaten over a length. He was the fastest to finish on that occasion. So it's a run that could seem contest the finish in this sort of field. It's a shallow field, and the horses like Eventador and Head Gardener, they do look to be the horses that are the form runners and likely to be the top 2 in the betting market. So I'm going to lean towards Eventador as my first choice in this race. Not a confident selection, but I think that he's going to improve going over the 1,900 meter trip. It was a fair debut effort. He was the fastest finish, and then last time out he didn't seem to put it in, but I'm willing to forgive him for that run. He's drawn in gate 7, and I think that you can expect some nice improvement from this 3-year-old son of Elusive Fort.
Everything points to Eventador doing better over the 1,900 metres. His first 2 starts have been over 1,400. He's got plenty of scope for improvement. He's the opening favourite at 5-2. So every reason to believe that Eventador is going to improve. I've suggested number 9, Head Gardener, as one of my place accumulator bankers. Eventador at 5-2, Head Gardener at 3-1, Lucretius at 9-2. That's the early betting. Head Gardener's done enough to suggest that he can run into the first 3 here, and there are a couple of other tricky races in the place accumulator. So I've gone with Head Gardener as a suggested place accumulator banker because I'm confident that he does enjoy the trip, whereas Eventador still has to prove that we expect him to appreciate the extra distance, but he's still got to prove that. So I've gone with Head Gardener as my first choice at the expense of Eventador and Lucretius, but I guess the likes of Giants Castle and without doubt could have a say in the outcome. But as you said, it's a pretty shallow race. Your first choice, Eventador?
Yes, I'd go for Eventador as my first choice from Head Gardener, whose penultimate run, he was well beaten, but he was strongly fancied on that occasion to get the better of the field, but he was beaten by a stable companion. I think last time out the trip may have just stretched him a bit, so returning to the 1,900, I could see Head Gardener contesting the finish.
So there we go. Race 4 is the first leg of the first jackpot. It's a maiden plate over 1,900 metres. It's a pretty open event. They are bidding 5-2 the field. Number 7, Eventador. We're all expecting that to improve. He is the early favourite. Head Gardener, certainly no good thing, but has done enough to suggest he should be competitive here. Watch for big improvement from the recently gelded number 10, Lucretius. And who knows, Giants Castle, without doubt, they may do enough to finish in the back end of Cortez. That's race 4. Rahil with Eventador. I'm going with Head Gardener.
Hi, I'm Trevor, the CEO of the same foundation. The donation we received from Interbet helped us in procuring vital, life-saving medical equipment and PPE for Tygerberg and Groote Schuur hospitals in the Western Cape. This was while the Western Cape was the epicenter of the pandemic. If you would like to get in touch or assist us in these projects, you can get hold of us on our website, which is www.samefoundation.org.za, Facebook and Instagram or LinkedIn.